Is that the same one?
And
yeah.
are we able to bring this up on Google? Actually,
it's like a lazy river.
Can you go back to that last one with where the coordinates were quite?
I can bring it up on Google. I know exactly where it is. Like,
please do, because I'd like to see some measurements of like the topography of this area. This is like macro scale, freaking.
Do you want to do that right now, or do you want me to keep blowing through this and save it for another time?
No better time than now.
Let's do it right now. Let's pause the slideshow. We'll still finish the other half of the share and tell, but let's go deep into this one right now, because this is looking like next level sort of spot, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I never get to see Canada stuff.
I know you guys.
I know it's up there.
It doesn't exist. That's like.
Well, it does. Yeah. We're showing that it does. That's the big thing. Like this also in Canada. This guy right here, the Badland Guardians that I've visited and shown, and that they're all macro terraformed, terraced constructed buildings that have these geoglyph earthenworks, these radials that map out to specific spots. For those that aren't aware of what geoglyphology is, and the geoglyph works of Arthur Ferrum, that's a presentation for another day. But just showing that this is like a road. This is a giant Mayan head, as well as to the right of the road, you got another elongated skull dude. The main Badland Guardian guys, and the whole valley of several of these different giant geoglyphs. And then I've now found out that there's another 8 faces, another full parallel valley of megalithic or macro geoglyph figures right above to the north of this valley of all of these guys. So we will do that on a future.
Did you name those all? But did you name those?
No, this is not my naming. This was just a picture I found of it all. They're actually referred to other names officially for the most of those. It's through this valley as well here.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, I went there and explored, showed all sorts of stuff. But that's for topic of another day. ElkMan, please take it away and continue. You're bringing up the Google Earth of that spot.
Yeah.
Let's take a look into, and this is Hamilton, correct? Right? Around Hamilton that we're going into?
Yeah.
I change the colors up every time it's a different segment for rewatching and editing purposes.
Smart.
Oh, this is the squiggly river right here, right?
Yeah.
Holy, like, so Hamilton was potentially a Star Citadel city from the beginning? Yes or no? Do we know?
Oh yeah. There's a lot.
I guess take us through and educate us, please, ElkMan. I'm new to this. I'm an ignorant Westerner. I'm a hick from Alberta. You're teaching me the other half of my history here.
The thing is like I don't know too much about it. I just found it. I found all this stuff from Google Earth, and then I was like, "Whoa, that's too interesting not to be nothing," and then researched it back that way. So all through this creek, there's ruins, forts, and stuff that keep coming back up within people.
That this is all like mostly like
look at that lake, the little reservoir there too is all pointing to the left.
This is all fascinating stuff right here, brother. Please, if you can go in on it a bit more, if there's ground level even access. What?
It depends what year you look at all this stuff too.
Wow.
This is very interesting place.
No kidding. Like, and those are roads or just unpaved roads that, or you just kind of zoomed in
So
on?
they're roads, like, yeah, they kind of, you kind of get hosed because this is the new satellite photos that they give you. So,
right. So some could be former canals, dried up canals, paths, and then dirt roads and new roads.
Where's the center? Oh, I see. Yeah, right there.
and then this is all the escarpment, and all this green all up through here was an old trade route as well. It all went through here. So all this land is still to this day not been used for anything, but it's like highly sought after. Mount Nemo.
It's sought after by commercial interest.
Yeah, it's all become mines, and then
right.
So they mine it. I don't know if they mine it all out. Well, they landfill it, and then they build huge. But like even in that last picture, like you could see the star shape, which once was here.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a ton of this stuff in this area,
and that's a mine, eh?
I don't know. I don't know what we're looking at, to be honest with you. Mount Nemo. Yeah.
I think I've seen maps of Montreal or as Toronto that were star cities. One of those ones.
Yeah,
definitely both.
This is
in both of them.
both.
There's StarForts in both. Like in Toronto, there's
I think I had some maps somewhere.
Fort York.
Montreal just seems like an old freaking city, anyways. Just has
Montreal's as old and StarForty and crazy as it comes. Same with Quebec City, but like Montreal, I've been to 6 times, I think now, maybe 7, I forget, but just add like the amount of cathedrals and like the islands and just the castle, it's nuts. It's literally the most craziest old world city you will ever find or experience. It blew my mind, blows my mind every time.
And Sherbrooke?
Yeah.
Sherbrooke's pretty like, yeah.
Yeah, there's Fort York right in downtown Toronto too.
Yeah, I mean that's a star. I've seen StarFort shapes like that in New Mexico. They even call it a StarFort.
Yeah, so the ones that are near, like the ones closest to me, there's a ton of them.
Look at that.
So Amherstburg, there's one. This one's in Canada.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's like a park.
Boblo Island and all this. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on here, but not necessarily forts. There's fort right here. I have star marked here, but this is all Mohawk. This is Mohawk land. This is this whole green, like Ojibwe Parkway near Windsor, and all this Malden is all old ruins as well.
Big complex.
Yeah,
wow.
And then there's Fort Wayne is close to here.
Oh, Windsor and Detroit. Yeah. There's a tunnel that goes somewhere underneath there, right?
Oh yeah, the tunnel I think is right here, and then there's the bridge, and then there's a few bars that are rumored to have tunnels.
ElkMan, do you mind? Are you able to put us like the Google view on the ground at some of these spots?
Look at that.
Yeah, I was
on there. Does it give us? Will it let
And
us give first perspective or no?
Sure.
Dropped a little.
And also the biggest StarFort is the one like I don't know what they call it now, but it was called Hart Plaza, and it's like Detroit. Where am I here?
And Windsor, you pop out in Windsor. Is it like a Dutch settlement or something like that? They all dress kind of like in little.
Nah, Windsor has a lot of weird history, but it tons of native Canadian people, and then like this, you're right, like it was originally a Dutch settlement, but then somehow Ford had like a commune that was outside of the government within Windsor at one point called Ford City. But that's like a whole other thing. But like there used to be more stars along here, but they disappeared. But yeah, sorry, I'll
mined
put us
them
on the
all
ground
out, right? They've quarried and mined and destroyed it all, but all the most advanced engineering and terraforming and just structure and what bases is all ancient as F, and like that's probably just the top of it, you know, like the classic battery, when in fact there's usually 3 or 4 stories below it. And ooh, look at that brick still there.
I know the brick is amazing. How many bricks do they say built it? Is that me?
It's me, probably.
Maybe. Do you want to come back in and out, or is it what?
I'm gonna jump off here. So
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough. Well,
All right. Hey everyone.
I should
Talk to
probably
you
jump
later.
off. Guys, too.
I'll check out later. Thanks, Bernie. See you later, ElkMan. Case. Talk to you later.
Have a good one, guys.
Pleasure, brother. Thank you. We will get back. Don't stop, ElkMan. I'm just zooming in quickly. You
I'll just burn through the rest of the slideshow, unless you want to, like, unless.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm down to go for as long as you want. Keep going. This is epic stuff. I was just gonna hop out for a smoke. Was all.
Oh, don't leave me to carry this solo, buddy.
Oh no. Okay, so you're staying for a little bit, right? But
yeah, I'll hang for a few. What's
do you
that
want to
old
just
castle?
quickly exit though and come back in though? Because I think your sound's glitching. So usually if you exit, come back, it'll fix it.
Me?
No, Casey there, right? I think you're gonna have to. No, you're gonna have to leave and then like reload the page, or just hit refresh the page, and it should fix it. And I'll have to let you back in. It always does it to one panelist. It's very strange. And epic. There we go. Right? Can we hear you now? Good, right? Perfect. Just like that. Takes it all out. Strange how it does that. Glad to have you back.
Glad to be back.
And yeah, take your time, Ryan. This is awesome stuff. And I'm going to step out for smoke, but I'm going to be watching. And then I'm going to come back. And we're going to go deeper into this because you're blowing my mind. Like that wall, do they claim that's new, or is that along the entire canal? Probably.
I'm just saying these stairs are similar compared to the ones we saw in Hamilton. I can't remember where this is, but it's not Hamilton.
Cyclopean. That's tight.
Yeah.
That looks like fucking little step pyramid
I don't remember where this one is.
action.
It might be somewhere close to Niagara Falls, but I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
And it would make sense that there's a shit ton along that whole river that leads up to fucking the falls. Is it, what river is it? The
Ohio.
Okay, yeah. I swam in that a couple years ago, not too far from the falls. It was nice, very nice. I guess it's near Buffalo.
I don't have any idea what this is.
That could be fucking.
I think it could even be the Middle East or something.
Totally, I was just gonna say that.
Fucking-
It could be fucking Egypt. Oh, they got one of those there.
Yeah, it's massive. And then there's the monument at the top.
Fuck, I'm trying to think if I've been there. I don't think I have. I just seen pics.
So this is a big StarFort too.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
It's on tons of like the oldest maps of Canada. It's on all of
Okay.
them.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that on the maps. Yeah, I could see little walls down there.
I started finding triangles everywhere too, but I have like a couple videos on that.
Yeah, I see those a lot in my Google Earth fucking ventures.
Yeah, this is all really interesting.
Looks terraformed to say the least.
Typical Tartarian Church in Brant, Ontario.
I know that's it. You know, at all the small towns. That's how you can really fucking get into the shit. Let's go to a small town and see all this shit.
I think this is possibly it's possibly one of those Seneca castles. I'm not sure. This could be in Algonquin Park.
And there's a powerhouse there.
This is back in the Detroit River again.
Those man-made islands, or
yeah, and there's a man-made channel, and there's a man-made pipe with a power line, and the world's longest cable, and all this stuff. There used to be like a theme park on Boblo Island. I can't remember why this is important.
you could kind of see some shape in the trails.
This is like this was in Windsor. They found it. It was built by like the Ursulines. So they say way back when. It's like I can't remember what they call it. A grotto, I think. But it's moved around a few times, but it just looks wild to me.
It's moved around.
Yeah, they say they've taken it apart, and I'll get some more pictures of it soon, but they say they've taken it apart and moved it to other places.
So took it apart, did they?
This is like one of the oldest buildings that still stands in Canada, I believe. Largest coffer dam in the world, Limekiln Crossing in the Detroit River. So those were those straight lines we were looking at.
So they damned it. Ross Park. See that? Go back to the baseball ones. Just that, exactly that baseball complex. Like when I showed you the baseball fields earlier, I see a lot of shit like this. Like, I mean, like I see, there's definitely points to on the outfields,
Yeah, and this is lower too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why
We're seeing the same things
on the map. Or whatever. Don't know.
That big ass triangle on that island. Did you ever look at that one?
Yeah, ruins.
Yeah.
I think this is